Hi kids! There's no such thing as a boy or a girl, and I can prove it. So gather around the family, the parents, everybody, answer my questions. You either say boys or girls. Who's usually taller? Oh, boys? Okay, but you've met some short boys, right? You met some tall girls. So usually boys are taller, but not always. Okay, who likes the color pink? Girls? Okay, but you've met girls who don't like pink. And you met boys who do like pink. So usually girls like pink, but not always. Everything you can think of that makes a boy or makes a girl is usually, but not always. And some of them are not even usually. Where does that leave you? Free. You get to like what you like. You get to be who you are. Maybe you're even like me, and you're not a boy or a girl.
For me, I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A good corn enough. It has to choose. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at them sweeting. When I try them, I don't anything change. It's corn.
Now we couldn't open this up without corn. So how's everybody doing? First of all, thank you all so much for being so patient as you waited forever for this stream to start because my internet kept going out. It's kind of intermittent because of the snowstorm here in Michigan. So unfortunately, we just had to roll with the punches. I originally had this show scheduled like an hour and a half ago, but apparently y'all was praying, so I really appreciate that. I really appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate all of your patience. I appreciate you guys just being subscribed to my channel, even though my streaming schedule is non-existent. I just kind of come on here, but for whatever reason, you guys stick around. I don't know why, but I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna go ahead and address the chat real quick. I know we haven't done the Clown World stream in quite a while. This is actually our first one for 2023. And I didn't realize it until Miss Maskless mentioned it to me. So how you doing, Miss Maskless? What's the deal? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here. It's touch and go for a while there, but we're here.
Man, it was a struggle. It was a struggle to get anything to work tonight. Like, what the heck?
I know. And it's just crazy because, this is our first one for this year. It's like we were so looking forward to it. And then, looked like it wasn't going to happen. And now it's happening. And so I'm glad. And thanks to everybody who's, here right now. Appreciate it.
Yep. So I really appreciate everybody. Anton was the first one in the chat. Flatline, how you doing, sweetheart? Mundane, you hater. Hey, Gary, what's the deal? Ryan up in this piece. Aunt Betty in the house. We got Mr. Bean. We got Lumpy Gas in the Vacuum. Good to see you, Lumpy. Spiritual Logic up in the piece. How you doing, homie? Pixadoodle, what's the deal? It's so nice to see all of you. Spider-Man up in this piece. Truth Hurts. Oh, it is so nice to see you all. Thank y'all so much for taking time out of your night to come and listen to us talk about all this crazy stuff. Because, that's exactly what's about to happen. And I mean, how y'all feeling about that crazy clip I just played with the,
I love it. I feel like it's just it's just a signature, part of the show now. It just had to be there. So I dig it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to make it my business to find some kind of clip to open up the show to just, just so this is just where stuff is going. It's just lawlessness. People are just doing whatever they want to do, whatever. So what's kind of just taking over people is feelings like pleasure, just whatever feels good, whatever feels right, whatever the flesh tells you to do, go ahead, just do it. It's just willy-nilly. It's not gonna matter.
That's right.
No one cares. So
anything goes.
Right. So I'm gonna hop in the chat before I start to share my screen here. Y'all dropping the corn emojis up in this piece. Y'all know what the deal is with the corn. Thank y'all so much. Let's see, Ron talking about the Biden administration. That was just so random. Wasn't nobody even talking about that, but yeah, I feel you. Let's see. Anton just said, I'm just waiting for Uncool and Miss Maskless to start laughing.
Oh, you are.
Oh.
We're ready.
Oh yeah, trust me. Trust me. Yep. This is most definitely the show for us to laugh at the craziness. I know, some people might not find it
Love to
funny, but
laugh.
I know, but
That's
I
what
feel
we're
like
here
there's so much going on. Like if you don't find the opportunity to laugh, you just might go crazy because just considering the type of stuff that we read or that we research or that we're viewing most of the time, on the internet, it's enough to make you depressed. It's enough to drive you crazy. If you don't have the Holy Spirit to kind of sift through all of this stuff, like you would just kind of be led to the wayside. And I was just simply trying to provide an opportunity to escape it all. And I just appreciate everybody just being here to watch this craziness. So there's that. Oh, we got Independent Minnie in this piece. How you doing, Indy? What's the deal? Good to see you. And Aunt Betty, it is so good to see you, sweetheart. I haven't seen you in a while. You doing all right? What you make for dinner today? I know you was cooking. Curious. Yeah. So, and other than that, before we get into the content, so what's the deal with you, Miss Maskless? Was there anything you wanted to share before we hop into it? Any thoughts or anything?
No, I don't think so. I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, ready to do this? All right, well, let's share the screen real quick. Let's get this content going. Everybody done waited long enough. Hold on, let me read Betty comment. What she say?
Yeah.
Let's see. I watched a clip today just to break some ice. Old Jeff C. Bone Broth funny vid. Wow. Now that's kick off the evening. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. I miss that laugh so much.
Yes.
Legendary.
Yes. Absolutely. That is awesome. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you sharing that. Because Jeff C is one of the main reasons why I'm up here. I mean, I had always thought about, making content, but I just really didn't have the courage to get up here and actually do it, to share my thoughts on these type of things. And unfortunately, after Jeff C passed, it's kind of when I felt the push, like, all right, I'm gonna stop being scared and I'm gonna get up on the mic and do this. And I wish I'd have had the courage to do it when he was still around, but
yeah, but he would be so proud of you.
Yeah. Jeff was, just one of the best ever do it, and just grateful to have come across his channel, to come across his work and to learn from him and, just share laughs with him and actually be on the panel with him was like everything,
Oh yeah, that's amazing. So
yep, absolutely. And Supplanter, we got Supplanter in this piece, said, hey, mind if I hang out with y'all for a little bit? Could be dangerous.
Uh-oh.
What you saying? You trying to come on the panel?
Supplanter.
Right. What you saying? Hey, so we got Shawana84 in here. How you doing, sweetheart? We got Grady in the house. We got Bang Bear. What up, legend? How you doing? It's good to see everybody. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to drop by. I really appreciate it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into it because Betty, I'm Betty, about to have me emotional up in here thinking about Jeff. So we're going to go ahead and get going. Let's get the proper screen share going. We're going to share, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take us out of the stream, at least our picture. So to start off the evening, I wanted to share a couple scriptures with you guys. I haven't done this in a while for the Clown World stream. I used to share these, but I got to get back into sharing these. Some people may not understand why we're up here doing what we're doing, why we laugh the way we laugh. But straight from the sword, from the KJV, Proverbs chapter 15, verse 15, all the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that is of a merry heart hath a continual feast.
Ooh, I love that.
Well, I'm glad. It touched me too. And I'm like, oh, we just have to share this because we are merry. We are here to, share the gospel. We are here to share the good news. The world may be burning around us, but we are merry. We smile, We know
Amen.
there is something
Yeah.
after this. There is most definitely life after this. There is everlasting life after this through Jesus Christ. And we know that. We believe that. We trust in him. He promised us that. So we are here to share that good news with everybody else. We are here to share this merry heart with everybody else. And I really appreciate you all being here to share this merry heart with me and to share this continual feast. I really appreciate you guys. So,
Amen.
and Proverbs chapter 17, verse 22, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones.
I love that one too.
So we are here to get it in. We are here to be merry. We are here to share this energy. So thank y'all so much. And we gonna keep going here. Let's get into these stories. I thought I'd open up the evening with our girl, Greta Thunberg.
Yes.
She's busy. She's busy again. So yeah.
She's such an integral part of Clown World, you know,
Yes.
like
yes.
He's like top contributor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, what is an evening of Clown World without Greta Thunberg? Like, and you know, I still feel some type of way. I mean, I haven't even gotten around to uploading some Greta clips up into my StreamYard to kind of, I don't know how I don't have any Greta clips, but I will.
I know.
So don't judge me. I will get Greta clips up in here. So apparently this is her second arrest within a short time from being at some kind of protest. I'm like, can you imagine being a professional protester? Like, like for real though. Like, exactly. All right. So Twitter calls Greta Thunberg's detention fake. Some demand Oscar for her acting. Yeah. So environmental activists.
I wouldn't say it's Oscar worthy.
Hey, we got Night Watch up in the chat. Hey, good to see you. We got Scoville up in here. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, so they have officially named her. Environmental activist Greta Thunberg was detained twice during a demonstration supporting indigenous rights in Norway. Can you believe Greta 20 now? Like, this is how long she's been torturing us since she was what, 13?
Basically her whole life.
Her whole life. I should be in school, but no. How dare you?
You know what? Yes, you should be.
The 20-year-old joined the protests against 151 wind turbines that were erected at the reindeer pasture lands used by Sami indigenous community. The visuals of her arrest have gone viral on the social media and convinced many the act was staged. Many Twitter users mock the way in which the Norwegian authority was lifting and removing Greta Thunberg from the protest site. Many question who conveniently the media persons were able to record the whole detaining act. One Twitter user even called the young activist a fraud and drew attention towards Greta getting detained with a smiling face.
How dare they? How dare they question?
Look at that smile on her face as she's getting fake arrested again. Greta Thunberg, how dare you? You're a fraud, wrote a Twitter user. So Anoma said, look at that smile on her face. All right, there she is. Look at that smile.
It's not really like a smile. It's more like a, I don't even know.
All right.
What do you call that thing?
I thought good luck in prison.
I mean, you have to ask yourself seriously, though, like, why is all of this happening?
Exactly. Like, give me a break.
Like, all of this was just there, just ready to go, you know, or the Greta Thunberg, Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's most definitely
Totally
questionable. Yeah. Okay, so they carried her across the street. So, like,
How come when other people get arrested, they're put in handcuffs and like dragged away? I mean, like she gets carried like a princess, you know? Like I don't really understand that, but you know, I'm sure it's legit.
nice and gentle, just carry her away.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey,
Hook her
Scoville said.
carriage off to
Scoville
her
said
yacht,
someone.
you know?
Look, Scoville says someone has to save the planet. Give her a break. Oh, all right. Yeah. Oh, Greg Thunberg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's
Gregor.
this? Yeah, Gregor. What's this video? Let's see. Oh, I think it's just gonna take us to Twitter. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do all that. So yeah, there's that. I'm not gonna torture you with much more details of that because really, not much more you need to know. Yeah, Greta, yet another protest because she's a professional protester. She's got nothing else to do. And there's that.
Right. Not
Yeah.
to mention like the sheer hypocrisy of this whole thing because she's protesting against these like the windmills or wind turbines, whatever they're called,
Mhm.
because they're supposed to go on this land of like some indigenous people or something like that, right? So that's why she's against them. But it's like, no, you've been protesting like for them, like you've been demanding them for like the rest of the world, right?
Exactly.
Like green energy, but all of a sudden it comes to like a different agenda, and it's like, oh no, now I'm against that. Like, oh, okay, that's awkward. Like, are you for like green energy or not? Like
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of wind turbines getting put up for
um,
everything you've been fighting for since you were 13 years old. Now you're protesting against.
look at some planters comment.
Greta's a great character in the show. I back her. Come on.
Drop off garbage here.
Drop off.
Oh, what a great photo op. That's hilarious.
Oh, yep, they most definitely dropped the garbage off. It looks just nice and comfortable. Like, where are the handcuffs? Like, oh.
Hilarious.
Yep, there's Greta, everybody. Just when you think she might just be, gone off the world stage, and bloop, she pops back up with yet another psyop.
To keep, continue the torture. So
I agree. Truth Hurts. Truth Hurts said that picture was definitely on purpose, for sure.
Yeah, hilarious.
Sure. Mundane said, was she pro windmill though? He said, I don't recall.
I mean, I don't know about that specifically, but that's like a whole like, green energy or like sustainable energy type thing.
Right. That's a part of it.
That's right. That's like part of her whole agenda or whatever. Except in this scenario, all of a sudden she's protesting against it because of some indigenous people's land or something. Okay. So they borrow her for different agendas. It's fine.
Absolutely. All right. And let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's move on. Let's see what we got here. Oh, all right. On the topic of Greta here, we've got an article here. It's Miss Maskless, I do believe you shared this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a video there if you want to watch it.
All right. Let me see. As climate changes, climate anxiety rises in the youth. Let's go ahead and play some of this mind control disaster. Let's see. And I see some face panties in there too. He just won't be complete without the face panties. I mean, what's the deal?
In Chelsea.
Hang on. I can't help but notice that music sounds just like that freaking music they play on the World Economic Forum videos. The videos they upload to their YouTube channel.
It does. Yes, exactly.
It's the same friggin' music. Just, it's got to be some kind of witchcraft or something.
Right. That's like the mind control chime or something. Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, Mojo Shop in the chat. How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. One love. Good to see you, sweetheart. Okay.
Chelsea, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. There's so much jet fuel, road salt, and heating oil stored on the river. It's hard for some residents to even get close to the water. When you're young, that's the kind of thing you notice.
You wouldn't see that in a white neighborhood. You wouldn't see any industry.
What? You won't see that in a white neighborhood. Like, how old are you? How would you even know that? Have you lived over there? Like, did somebody just tell you that? Like, what?
The first sentence of the first interview.
Right. Like,
Just rip off the Band-Aid, why don't you?
after he took off his face panties.
That's where this is going. Okay. Well, that sums it up,
Right. Like, that's the first thing you have to say after you
That's
soon after you
ridiculous.
take off your face panties. That's the first thing you had to say. Like you know so much about that. Like, oh.
After I virtue signal, I'm going to tell you about racism. That's how it's going to go.
Wow. All right.
Industries, any like smoke, any pollution.
Because a lot of like the teenagers in Chelsea lived in Chelsea since they were children.
These high school students are environmental activists at a nonprofit called Green Roots.
I feel like adding more green space would help people in Chelsea go out more.
They work alongside adults advocating for environmental justice in their hometown.
I hope that they would understand and get a chance to experience that people will take them seriously when they speak to concerns and they speak to problems that they are facing.
With a group like this, so focused on environmental problems in their neighborhood, it should come as no surprise that they're also worried about climate change.
We impact not just ourselves, but the whole world.
They know that the world is going to get to be a harder, darker, scarier place. And imagining themselves in that world feels really scary for them.
Dr. Sarah Schwartz is a professor of psychology at Suffolk University. She's been researching a phenomenon called climate change anxiety.
Climate change anxiety, I think, is an appropriate and normal response to what is going on our Earth, on our globe. I think we need to recognize it as something that a lot of people are experiencing.
This study, published last year, collected attitudes about climate change from 10.
So climate anxiety in children and young people. I mean, you wonder why. Like, you've been programming them with it since the cradle. Like,
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. I have a 4-year-old and I watch, I try to sit down and watch cartoons with her. Like, I have to. I can't just let her watch cartoons by herself, which is, a ridiculous statement for me to even be able to say. But yeah, I cannot allow my daughter to watch cartoons by herself because the programming is ridiculous. The climate programming, the mask programming, the gender programming, the race programming, I'm like, was it this bad when we were younger, or is it just because I'm hyper aware of it now? I don't know which is it, but it's like I have to explain all of this stuff to her already. Like, she can't just sit there and enjoy her cartoon. Like,
no, right.
That's how bad it is. So of course they're gonna be anxious because you've been drilling it into their heads.
Right. Absolutely. It's just fear, nonstop fear. It's just it's not one thing, it's another, but it's like, this wasn't a thing, when we were teenagers. And I mean, teenagers, like, you think like traditionally, like, what do they stress about? It's like friends and fitting in and like, am I going to go to college type thing? It's like, no, now it's about climate anxiety. And I'm like, what?
Like, come on.
I was just trying to like graduate. I was just trying to like get through school when I was that age. It's like they've just programmed these people like to a different level. It's like they just have no clue what they're even talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just sad. They got them focused on something that just doesn't even matter. Like, anything to just take their minds off and take their attention off of the creator. Just put it all on the creation and not the creator. And it's just really sad. And I'm gonna address the chat real quick. We got Mac TV up in the house. Good to see you. Mac TV said they won their game. I gotta scroll back up because I gotta congratulate him on this. They won their football game. 28-6.
Congratulations.
28-6. That is wonderful. Congratulations. He said they're number one in their league
awesome.
now. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I know 30-year-olds who can't even run down the block, but you out here winning football games. Like, come on, man. Just out here doing it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations. We got Axiom Descent up in the house. Blessings Overcomers. Wanted to pop in and say hello, Uncool Paranoia and Miss Maskless. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's really wonderful to see you. Thank you so much. And Future Time Cop, how you doing? Good to see you. I don't think I spoke to you earlier. All right.
Hey, Time Cop.
Yep. Good to see all of y'all. All right. Let's go ahead.
10,000 young people from around the world. Across all countries, 59% of youth said that they were very or extremely worried about climate change. And when it comes to how they're feeling, 62% reported anxious, 67% said sad, and 67% said afraid. The survey asked young people to respond to statements like this.
The future is frightening, yes or no?
Yes, the future is frightening because, we see how all this has happened in such a short amount of time. And if we look into the very future without any change, it's not looking that good for us, no.
People have failed to take care of the planet.
Yes, the trash island, the oceans, it's not really a clean place.
I am hesitant to have children, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this is atrocious.
Yup.
This is like every agenda wrapped up in one.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that terrible?
This is terrible. This is sad.
It's just like, go down the list, check, 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 check. Every agenda all wrapped up into this stupid climate crap.
Yeah, Scoville said mission accomplished. Facts. Like, this is everything all wrapped up in one. Wow, this is terrible. So first of all, the future is frightening. And the Bible tells us almost 366 times not to fear.
Amen.
So that's very important because fear manifests itself like a disease.
Right.
Spreads. It's a sickness. And that's the first thing they touch on is how afraid are you?
Right, exactly.
Just kind of hammer that in. Like,
are you afraid or are you very afraid?
Are you very afraid? Because you should be afraid.
How can we increase your fear level?
Wow. Gary Galuska said, let me guess, they're in the yearbook committee. It sure looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, boy. Wow. Yep. Okay.
I don't know. I think yearbooks have gone digital. It's waste too much paper. So,
hey, we got Mo Tibber in the house. Good to see you, Mo. How you doing? Talk about I'm scared to have kids. I'm petrified. Man, that's so messed up. That's so messed up.
That's what they want
with this, man. That is so messed up. Anton said, "Ordo ab chaos" is their motto. Absolutely, absolutely.
Want them catching asthma or having to worry so much about their health.
Yes, due to the fact that
asthma.
It just brings anxiety.
Dr. Schwartz says activism may be an effective way for kids to deal with those feelings.
So you can flip that one over.
Research found engaging in activism, like these students building a pop-up park in their neighborhood, may help prevent symptoms of depression.
Our research does suggest that climate action.
Well, yeah, that's if they don't rope it off because of another scam-demic.
Right.
Can actually use the park.
True that. Absolutely.
Do they have to socially distance while they're there? Are they allowed to go without face panties? I mean, come on, just saying.
That's the right thing to do.
Do they have to socially distance down the slide? Just saying, man. It's just a whole recipe for disaster, or an entire recipe for right. It's an entire recipe for irony.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's ironic is they're not wrong about this part, right? It's it is good to go out and do something, and accomplish something, and it's that's all fine and good, but it's they think that they're doing it in the name of saving the planet or something. Doing it for all the wrong reasons. It's they're getting you the problem and the solution. That's how it goes, problem, reaction, solution. It's they told you the problem is climate change, so you reacted, and now you're, think that you haven't got a solution. It's nuts.
It really is. And we got actual factual one in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. And we got chit chat and tea with Amanda Marie, aka She Smiles Inside the Firmament. Said, what?
Well,
Catching asthma?
Yeah, that's what I said too. I'm an asthmatic over here.
You just catch asthma. Oh, I caught it.
Now I know. Who can I blame?
Oh,
I'm a
Mundane
victim
has
of
pulling
climate
pills.
change.
Mundane said, yeah, I have pulling pills. Really? Really?
Oh, me too. Me too.
Oh.
I mean, I forgot to mention that earlier, Twin. I'm here with my Twizzlers. FYI.
Great. Enjoy. Darn it. Oh, all right. We gonna move on. I'm done.
Activism may serve as some sort of buffer or protective effect for climate change anxiety.
And being part of that feels like I'm part of the solution.
Yeah, I'm part of the solution, and there's a whole lot of people with me doing this. So I'm not alone with my worries.
That feels right to these young activists.
And I think that if there's more people like this working towards a better future, I feel like there can be a change.
It helps me deal with it. Like, I'm not the only one.
Is there moments where you're just like, wow, nothing's ever going to change? But then there's also that small feeling that there's still hope, that people will change, that people will come together to help save humanity.
Hope. It's not a strategy for tackling the challenges of climate change, but for a younger generation, it may be the best place to start. I'm David Schechter, CBS News.
Wow. It was like
we begin this morning with the latest on President Joe Biden's health. The president's long.
Oh, goodness. I want to hear about that. But, whoa, her head's like a box. You see that? Oh, my goodness.
It's a whole rectangle.
Right. That just kind of caught me off guard. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, whoa.
Wow. It's like a shoebox. Size 14s.
Wow. All right, dude. Looks like a lady. Anton said, listen, sir.
It is ma'am.
It is ma'am.
It is ma'am.
All right. I'm getting on this. Jeff C would be all this hideous creature.
Right. Look at this creature.
Look at this creature. Oh man. Okay.
Oh man.
Gary said don't want to use up them carbon credits on a curling iron.
Oh my gosh.
All right, y'all. Anyway, all right. Let me even get to this next story here. Okay. All right. So here's yet another from our very own Miss Maskless, the Puffy Coat Bandits. Puffy Coat Bandits caught on video stealing from customers at Lincoln Park restaurant. Yeah, so let's check this out, ladies and gents.
Obtained surveillance video from inside Del Sol, a Korean restaurant right here in Lincoln Park, showing three men quickly taking someone's wallet off of a table before that individual even knew their wallet was gone. Now, these individuals are commonly identified by their black puffy jackets, and now restaurant workers want those who are out and about enjoying their evening to keep a close eye on their personal belongings. It's over before you even realize what happened. Three men in heavy black jackets are caught.
Okay, first of all, you can't trust a dude whose pants are that tight. I mean, I'm just saying, like, come on now. We about to see his blood circulate. Like, like, come on, dude.
I mean, it's just hilarious. What?
Hey, hold on. We missed a comment here. Aunt Betty talking about the reporter. Aunt Betty said, "Build back better, tree trunk neck." Oh. All right.
Maybe, you know, he wants them really tight so that when they're escaping, he's more like airborne. You know, he doesn't have like extra material flapping around. He's trying to get away. I don't.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. Yep, this is the clown world, ladies and gentlemen. Shawana said very sus. Facts. Facts. Okay. All right.
You even realize what happened. 3 men in heavy black jackets are caught on camera inside Del Sol on the 2500 block of North Clark during the lunch hour rush on a Saturday in early January. This surveillance video from inside the restaurant shows the men distracting 2 people who were eating, while a wallet is visible on the table. One of the men is seen showing a woman something on a piece of paper, covering the wallet, and then covertly taking it. In seconds, the thieves walk out before the 2 at the table noticed the wallet was gone.
I knew like they were gonna.
Wait, I'm gonna run that back. I don't even see how they didn't notice that.
Noticed the and then covertly taking, showing a woman something on a piece of paper, covering the wallet, and then covertly taking it. In seconds, the thieves walk out before the 2 at the table noticed the wallet was gone.
I knew like they were gonna come like eventually.
Shaylin Welch works at Gemini, another Lincoln Park bar and restaurant, and claims she's seen the men herself while on the job last Saturday night.
I immediately knew who they were. They had their black puffy coats on.
Welch says the 3 men wanted to stand at the bar, but weren't ordering drinks when one of them reached for a jacket.
He just walked up there and was like, "Excuse me, this isn't your coat." And then he kind of just like laughed.
She says the men quickly left after her manager said they were going to call the police.
I just can't stand people who steal from the common man. You don't know what someone's going through.
They're looking for easy targets.
Sam Sanchez is with the Illinois Restaurant Association and says people need to keep their valuables close when enjoying a night out.
Don't leave your purse on the table. Don't hang it from the back of your chair, even in the bar, still inside. Put them in front of you. Sit on their purse.
Chicago police say Area 3 detectives are investigating the theft here at Del Sol.
Oh, goodness. Hang on. Yeah. There's that.
I mean, it's a ridiculous story, but the reason it is so funny to me because this is Chicago. Like, this is Chicago in the middle of winter. Like, literally, like 80% of people have a puffy coat. Like, are you kidding me?
Black puffy
That's
jacket
like
boys.
80% of the people walking around have a puffy coat. I mean, like, it's so stupid.
Right.
And they showed that clip, and it was like in slow motion, basically. I'm like, oh, really? She didn't notice her wallet was gone? Like, okay. Ridiculous.
Absolutely. Like, why? And just like Grady said, why is your wallet on the table? Like, it's just sitting there. Like, who does that ever?
Right. They had to get the whole like restaurant association involved, like to give safety tips, like about guarding your stuff. I mean, come on. So stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely, yep.
Puffy
Del
coat,
Sol.
tight pants.
And all the symbolism, you know, Del Sol is the name of the
Yes.
restaurant. Well, and then Gemini got twin symbolism.
Right.
It's just kind of just dumb all around. Like, okay.
Yep.
Wow. And I think I accidentally closed out a story that I wanted to share, but yeah, I'll probably pull it back up if I get a chance. But yeah, we'll go ahead and move on. So yeah, Ford wants to be able to shut down your air conditioner and radio if you miss a car payment, and the car could even drive away on its own.
Oh my goodness. What?
Now, what gets me is that it's totally fine when they say something, but we've been saying that's where these smart cars and this electric stuff is leading, but we're conspiracy theorists, you know, and when we say it, but now they can just come on out and talk about it, and then it's okay.
It's a headline. Yep. They're just telling us straight up how it is. You know, this car's going to just drive away on its own. Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what's that aggravating beeping in your car? You might have missed a payment. Ford Motor Company has filed a patent on technology that could remotely shut down your radio or air conditioning, lock you out of your vehicle, or prompt it to ceaselessly beep if you miss car payments. That's crazy.
Oh,
Ford
wait,
said it
it
has no
could
plans to use the
possibly happen.
technology. Yeah. Ford said it has no plans to use the technology. Really? What's it for then? What'd you make it for?
Right.
Contained in just one of the many patents filed by the automaking giant. Still, it emerges as a troubling time for car owners. Loan delinquencies have been steadily trickling back up from their pandemic lull. Cox Automotive data showed severely delinquent auto loans in January, hitting their highest point since 2006. The use of technology to aid repossessions isn't new, but the patent application is wide-ranging, even proposing the idea that an autonomous vehicle could drive itself to a more convenient location to be collected by a tow truck. Wow. It really seems like you're opening up a can of worms that as a manufacturer you don't really need to be doing, said John Van Alst, a senior attorney with the National Consumer Law Center. According to the Ford patent application for repossession linked technology, cruise control and automated windows could be disabled if a consumer doesn't acknowledge a notice of an overdue car payment. Ford could also shut down key fobs, door locks, even the accelerator or the engine itself. Yeah, crazy. Disabling such components may cause an additional level of discomfort to a driver and occupants of the vehicle, the patent application states. Wes Sherwoods, a spokesperson for Dearborn, Michigan, of course, is here. Based automaker said Ford has no plan to deploy this. Ford was granted more than 1,300 patents in 2022 as part of encouraging a culture of innovation, the automaker said in an email. We submit patents on new inventions as a normal course of business, but they aren't necessarily an indication of new business or product plans, Ford said in a statement. So you know what this reminds me of? With them actually talking about this? This was kind of a thought after that Paul Walker accident. Like, was that vehicle remotely controlled? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
So with them just saying it, like, I thought that was the first thing I thought about when I read this. Like, yeah. So I just thought that was
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we've been saying this forever. And they always have to like ease us into it. Like, oh, well, it's only like if you're missing payments and stuff, like they'll just take it back or whatever. Like, yeah, okay. They would never just do that if it, you like exceeded your carbon credits or something, Of course not.
Of course not. Mundane made a good point. Way to punish people. Way to punish people for living check to check. Yep.
Right.
Anton's said,
right too.
Yep. Michael Hastings accident in 2012. Facts. Betty said, nope, not buying it. That Paul Walker thing was fake. Yep. So let's see what we got. I think the story I might have closed out was about Bixby, like some AI controlling stuff. I think that was probably what it was. I try to find the link again. My bad, y'all. I accidentally closed the story out. But yeah, we'll go ahead into some other stuff. So all Portland Walmart stores to permanently close.
Really?
That's bold.
That's odd.
It's only two.
Yeah, let's see here if I can get this to drag back.
Are closing at the only 2 Portland Walmarts, and hundreds of customers are left finding a new place to shop.
Fox 12's Connor McCarthy spoke to some of those customers and joins us live now in Southeast Portland to tell us how this will impact.
I couldn't help but notice his name, Connor McCarthy. We've got a 3 here, and then a 13, and then a 33. I just thought that was all the 3s in his name. And, I feel like they do everything for a reason. So just for Walmart to move in and shut down all of the mom and pop shops, and now you're going to close the Walmart that shut down all the other stores. Like, this is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Impact how many low-income Portlanders, rather?
Well, Pete and Riel, this Walmart location here on Southeast 82nd Avenue is one of 2 Portland locations that will be closing. The other is in North Portland on Hayden Meadows Drive. Now, I spoke to customers at both locations, and they say the closing of these Walmarts will have a huge impact on their neighborhoods. It's a closure that will impact hundreds of Portlanders.
I was kind of shocked. It is a store that we go to for things like laundry detergent, trash bags, the essentials.
Walmart is closing its only 2 Portland locations, leaving many customers who rely on the big box store unsure of where to go next. Amanda Paul is a regular shopper at the Walmart on Southeast 82nd. She relies on the store's affordable prices to keep her family well stocked.
Safeway is the go-to store if I have to, but that's 3 times the prices that I would spend here. So, what are we going to do? You're going to have to go further? Well, then you got gas money, so you might as well just pay for it at Safeway at this point.
Walmart says they're closing both Portland locations because they were not meeting financial expectations. But customers wonder if it's shoplifters impacting the store's bottom line.
We got to resolve the shoplifting one way or another if that is simply the problem. It's got to stop.
It's not just Amanda, but many households in the Lentz neighborhood surrounding Walmart rely on the store to meet their needs. According to a 2017 Portland State University study, the Lentz neighborhood is considered to be a food desert. This means there's no easy access to affordable groceries for one of Portland's poorest neighborhoods.
A food desert? That's wow. What a way to describe a neighborhood.
Right? that's very telling.
Wow, that's crazy. And Truth Hurts made a good point. Said Amazon will take over. They don't want people in the stores anymore. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. At the time, the city named the Walmart and a Winco nearby as the closest affordable stores for groceries in the neighborhood. After March 24th, there will be just Winco.
We live near some low-income housing, and I know that some people are here weekly, so I don't know where they're going to go.
Well, Pete and Riel, I did reach out to Walmart to see if shoplifting is one of the contributing factors for pulling business out of Portland. I also asked to see if there are plans to bring business back into the city in the future, but I didn't get a response. Live in Southeast Portland, Connor McCarthy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. Now we're gonna go from this to the extreme. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. I mean, we've got a clown, and you know what? Man wants to put up 6-foot penis statue in park as part of a religious display.
Why does that look like Prince Harry? What is Prince Harry?
I was like, wait, what? These websites had the most random video inserted in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, go ahead and scroll past that. Yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so a man is desperate to, wow, why would they use this word? A man is desperate to erect a 6-foot penis statue. The 6-foot penis statue in a local park with claims it's a part of a religious display. I mean, he's not lying though, because it is a part of certain religious beliefs to worship the penis. So I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's not lying. Chad Stevens from Boca Raton, Florida. Of course, it's a Florida man. Florida man has been sending emails far and wide to try and get permission for the 300-pound custom-made piece. Of course, it's 6 feet, 300 pounds. It's just crazy. His goal is to put the bizarre edition at Fort Lauderdale's famed corner at Las Olas, with plans to hire an off-duty police officer to protect his investment.
What?
Stevens has already received a solid no from Deerfield Beach, but a possible maybe from Fort Lauderdale, according to the Daily Star. He is yet to hear back from Miami Beach, Wilton Manus, and Helendale Beach, Deerfield Beach, Margate, Boca Raton, Delray Beach, in Baltimore. The atheist, really? Call him an atheist now? The atheist argues the statue is a religious display, just like the Christmas tree previously displayed at Fort Lauderdale's Los Alas Oceanside Park. His phallic monument was inspired by Japan's Shinto Kanemaru Mastari Festival of the Steel Phallus, which celebrates love, fertility, and the male genitalia. Yeah, people are going nuts. I don't have to read much more of that, but yeah, that's what this guy is trying to do in Florida, fighting to erect. Like
he's desperate.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna move on. Michigan priest who temporarily died claims he went to hell and saw demons enslaving humans with torturing them with music by Rihanna.
I mean, when you think of hell, what do you think of?
Like, dang. We know he feels some type of way. Like, dang, man. Yep.
We don't believe him? Ridiculous.
Oh, man. So, a Michigan priest says he temporarily went to hell, and now he's sharing details from his journey to the underworld that may offend some music lovers. Gerald Johnson says he died in 2016 after suffering a heart attack, and what he saw, and more specifically heard, was horrifying. Johnson says he saw terrible, gruesome sights of torture and pain and heard music that was designed to cause maximum trauma. Here's what he says he heard during his death experience. Johnson shared his experience in a now viral TikTok video. He says instead of heading straight for heaven as expected, he went the other way down into the pits of hell. I thought I did so much good during my life and that I helped so many people, but even so, I went down the hell, he says. Well, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Right.
Yeah, it's populated.
No one's good.
Yeah, populated with good people. Johnson says he saw demons enslaving humans and a man walking on all fours like a dog and getting burned from head to toe. His eyes were bulging, and worse than that, he was wearing chains on his neck. He was like a hellhound. Johnson claims hell was much worse than he could ever imagine. I entered the very center of the earth, Johnson said. Things I saw there are indescribable. It brings up so many difficult feelings when I talk about it. I was there and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I don't care what he did to me. No one deserves that. Johnson says there is a section of hell where music is played, but very badly. The priest claimed he could hear Rihanna's Umbrella. Interesting that it's that song. Umbrella and Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy being used as instruments for torture. To make things significantly worse, the demon choir performing these songs was deliberately performing them incorrectly for maximum pain. Every word of every song was made to torture you for the fact that you didn't worship God through music while you were on earth, Johnson says. That's oh my goodness. Yeah. There's that. You imagine. Disliking Rihanna that much and saying music is playing.
I don't even know what to say.
Shawana said, I mean, Anton said, this is a deceptive
right? It's so ridiculous.
It is. Yep, this is the stuff that gets published. They just.
I mean, this is supposed to be a priest. A priest. So, you know, if you're a believer, you won't go to hell. Okay, like. So, what happened? Like,
I mean, it's all bad for him anyway with that kind of title, a priest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
for starters, it's a rap anyway. Like,
yeah. So there's that, but I guess he didn't get it still. Like, he didn't really learn anything. He's like, okay, I guess I just didn't like sing hard enough or loud enough or whatever. You know, like that was his takeaway. You know.
Yeah, that's terrible. There is a video clip for this. I should have downloaded it. I saw it on Facebarf.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, with my internet going down, I didn't get a chance to actually download the video with him telling the story. I wanted to play some of it, but
that's all right.
Yeah, my friggin' internet. So I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't get the video clip, but at some point I will. Guess I'll just upload it. Like, listen to this guy describe this. Yeah. So yeah, let's move on. All right. School board votes to stop hiring from Christian college. Says beliefs make people unsafe.
Oh boy.
Yep. And we've got a Friday, March 3rd. We got a 3323 article here. There's that.
Yep.
So, Glendale, Arizona, a school board member in Arizona insisted she could not be safe in a district that has a contract with a Christian college to bring in new teachers, citing their religious beliefs and arguing they are not inclusive enough. First reported by Fox News, the Washington Elementary School District outside of Glendale, Arizona, decided unanimously earlier this week to dissolve its contract with Arizona Christian University, ACU, which had been feeding the district teacher recruits for 11 years. Some board members cited ACU's website, which they argued shows the school holds a strong anti-LGBTQXYZ123 stance because it insists that marriage is between a man and a woman. One member, Tamila Valenzuela, argued the fact that the school encourages its students to be biblically minded did not align with the district's stance on inclusivity. When I go to Arizona Christian University's website, and I'm taking this directly from their website, above all else be committed to Jesus Christ, accomplishing his will and advancing his kingdom on earth as in heaven. I want to know how bringing people from an institution that is ingrained in their values that will very directly, one, impact 3 of your board members who are part of the LGBT community. As solidarity, let our LGBT community know that we stand in making sure they feel protected, she said. Valenzuela, who donned a pair of cat ears, of course she did, donned a pair of cat ears and refused to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance during the February 23rd board meeting, said she was very disheartened to see the district's contract to ACU renewed. While I listen to this oxymoron here. While I full-heartedly believe in religious freedom and people being able to practice whatever faith that they have, I have some very concerns regarding looking at this particular institution. Yeah, everything except Christianity is okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything except Christianity.
This particular institution. Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
Come on now. Yeah, and this just reminds me, like, somebody just removed me off Facebook because I was saying, I can post on here that I'm any other religion and you all would congratulate me for my newfound spirituality. But as soon as I say the words Jesus Christ, everybody freaks out. And this dude was like, yeah, I just can't with you guys. You always acting like you're being attacked. And he deleted me. And I'm like, yeah, everything except Christianity. Like, you just proved my point. Like, you just proved my point. He got so angry. He's like, oh, I just can't take you guys. You guys are the threat. I'm like, wow.
You just point out the facts.
Yeah, like all I said was, if I say Jesus Christ, y'all freak out, and that's exactly what you did. Genius.
Checkmate.
Mission accomplished.
Ding, ding, ding.
Like, come on. All right. So, yeah. So, I had some very concerns, great vocabulary there, regarding looking at this particular institution. And I think it's a really good time for us to take a moment and really pause about where our values really lie. And while I understand that we are currently in a situation across the nation that we have a teacher shortage in recruiting and getting teachers that are willing to teach, because as we just heard, it is really difficult to teach in this climate.
Oh my goodness.
It is really difficult to teach in this economy. My concerns, though, are our values and if this institution is value aligned with Washington Elementary School District.
Elementary school.
Yes. Like, does it matter? Like, look at what y'all doing.
Elementary school. And they're telling us that it's because of like their board members or whatever, right? Like they're the ones with the issues. Like, what does that have to do with anything like these people like being able to do their job or not? Like, it makes no sense.
Absolutely. And we got Curious Georgia in the chat. And we've got Boltonator in the chat. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys. Good to see y'all. Thank you so much. All right. So where was I? Oh, at some point we need to get real with ourselves and take a look at who we are making legal contracts with. Well, who besides Satan? Legal contracts with, and the message that is sending to our community, because that makes me feel I could not be safe in this school district. That makes other queer kids, oh my goodness. This is an elementary school we're talking about.
Oh, come on.
This is an elementary school.
Yikes.
All right. It makes other queer kids who are already facing attacks from our lawmakers that they could not be safe in this community. Wow.
Yeah, like I said, they just told us that it's because of like their board members wanting to have their safe space or whatever. Like it has nothing to do with the kids, nothing to do with teaching. It's just so crazy.
At all. Oh, we've got Travis Joe in the house. Travis Joe said, I'm new here. Is this funny or what? Yeah, some of these stories are funny. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Yep. We'll get there. I guess it depends on the person. All right. So the National Desk reached out to WESD for comment and to inquire whether the district agreed with the board that ACU's values don't comport with the values of the district and therefore should not be allowed to funnel teachers in training to WESD. The district did not get back to TND prior to publication, but if a response is received, this story will be updated. The school board's recent decision to ban ACU students from serving as student teachers was done for one reason only: our university's commitment to our Christian convictions. An ACU spokesperson told TND in a statement, that is wrong. It's unlawful and it will only hurt the district students. Yep. So you're welcome to practice any religion or any belief system, but you cannot be Christian. Don't do that.
This discrimination is totally acceptable. I mean, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm. Don't do that. No, Jesus Christ this way. No.
You know what they just had in Glendale was the Super Bowl.
Wait, say that again?
This was Glendale, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
They just had the Super Bowl there, didn't they?
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
I believe so.
That's interesting. Yeah, that just shows how much I don't follow it. But yeah, I believe so. I believe it was in Arizona. Yeah, fill us in the chat because we don't watch sports clearly. And yep, you're right, Gary. Yep, just his name will cause offense. Absolutely. And I kind of troll with it on Facebook. I'll just post, Jesus Christ is Lord and just watch the people freak out. Like they just cannot handle it. Like, no, don't say that. What do you mean? All right, so here we go. Here's something totally random, but Wisconsin is the drunkest state in America. Again.
Woo! Congratulations.
Like, how do they capture this?
I have no idea.
How do they determine?
I have no idea, but I do know in Wisconsin, there's no you have to be a certain age, I'm sure, to order a drink, but you can bring any age into a bar. And so you could bring a 2-year-old in there, and of course the 2-year-old couldn't order a drink, but I mean they could go in there no problem. So.
Oh my goodness. And I kind of felt this story on a personal level because there's someone very dear in my very dear friend of my family who's an alcoholic from Wisconsin. And I'm like, wow.
Same. Me too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. Yep. So Wisconsin is the drunkest state in America again. A study found that 25.2% of Wisconsin adults drink heavily, which is 6% more than the national average. 35% of fatal car accidents are alcohol related, which is 9% higher than the national average. Coming in second is Iowa, where 24.6.
Okay, I don't blame them there. No, I'm kidding.
Coming in second is Iowa, where 24.6% of adults drink excessively. South Dakota, Montana, and North Dakota round out the top 5 spots.
Wow, dang, what's going on over there, guys?
Right. Over there getting it in.
Nothing to do.
Sloshed, boy.
Nothing to do.
Right. And it probably got worse since the scamdemic, which I'm quite sure they knew it was going to happen because people couldn't work, and then they were forced to be at home with their spouses that they don't like for real, and there with their children that they don't know because they send their children to school, they don't see them, and then children come home and then on the tablets and the phones, so it's not like they're communicating anyway. So people are actually forced to be around each other. And
Yeah.
Crazy. So, given their more stringent laws on alcohol consumption, Utah is the least drunk state in America, which it's always been, with only 11.9% adults reporting excessive drinking. Oklahoma, Alabama, West Virginia, Mississippi, and Arkansas round out the states that are considered the least drunk. As for Illinois, looks like we're somewhere in the middle. Yep. Shawana said, yikes, lots of wine with the cheese.
Yep. There you go.
And we got God's watching this flat earth. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by. Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, you're right, Mac. Mm-hmm. The Milwaukee Brewers. Yep.
Milwaukee Brewers. And then in Wisconsin, team is named after beer. Interesting. Yep. There's that. And where we going, man? Where we going? Let's keep. So, trans teacher with prosthetic Z-cup breasts is finally put on leave after it was revealed they don't wear the fake boobs outside of school as parents line up to criticize the school board at the meeting. So I'm sure, this is a pretty familiar story. So I'm sure y'all have seen these boobs. So, all right. So Kayla Lemieux put on leave after pictures emerge of her wearing men's clothing. It comes as parents lined up to criticize school board's handling of the affair. Lemieux has come under fire for her provocative outfits and Z-cup breasts. A transgender teacher with a prosthetic Z-cup breast has finally been suspended from her Canadian school after pictures showed her in men's clothing, proving she does not wear, blah, blah, blah. We just read that. So Kayla Lemieux, who claims the breasts are real.
I was just going to say, don't they claim that they're real?
Yep. Claims that the breasts are real and the result of a medical condition has come under fire for her tight outfits and huge prosthetics, with parents previously claiming she mocks women and the education experience. The Halton District School Board, HDSB, confirmed that she had been placed on paid leave on Tuesday, though she continues to be paid for her role at Oakville Trafalgar High School. While not currently on an active assignment, the teacher remains employed with the HDSB. It's where they told the Toronto Sun. It came as parents of students lined up to attack the school board for its failure to impose a stricter dress code on Lemieux sooner, with the face panties and the jugs. Yeah. Why? Welcome to Clown World. Now, this can only be the result of some sort of demonic oppression or possession, or there is no logical explanation for this. Like, what would make you wear something like that in public? Travis Joe talking about milk this clown. Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Absolutely. I'm going to refresh this page because I think there is a video. I'm going to watch a bit of the video clip. And there we go.
Good evening, trustees, HDSB administrators, and parents, community members in the gallery who are here to engage in democracy. Thank you for this opportunity. I am speaking this evening to address the HDSB draft professionalism policy. To begin, in the February 15th Director's interim report, it was stated that, quote, "We are mindful that we are in a period of statutory freeze according to the Ontario Labour Relations Act. To that end, I wish to make clear to the board that this perceived roadblock seems unwarranted. Ontario employment and labor lawyer Howard Levitt made public comment on this matter, citing that, quote, "The employer cannot change wages or benefits or other significant negotiated terms of employment during a statutory freeze, and that, quote, every collective agreement permits the employer to require its employees to dress reasonably, and even more so to require that a teacher of young people be a role model for civility and professionalism. The statutory freeze is therefore immaterial. Secondly, the Minister of Education has stated, quote, the Halton School Board has an obligation to ensure that classrooms are safe and respectful places to learn. Teachers need to uphold the highest professional standards when they are in front of children. Both the Ontario College of Teachers and the Ministry of Education have publicly affirmed that boards already have the necessary authorities to enforce professional standards and the tools they need to do so. Even the director's interim report validates this. The draft policy clearly states that its purpose is to, quote, consolidate and affirm existing expectations regarding staff professionalism, including dress and decorum. There is nothing new to be created. This is not a policy documentation issue. The only problem here is policy interpretation and enforcement for all staff, because as we know, policies without enforcement are meaningless. This leads us to the crux of the matter, the claim that the very definition of the term professionalism may somehow infringe upon human rights granted to all staff. There is widespread acceptance in Canada that the term implies conducting oneself with responsibility, integrity, accountability, and excellence in alignment with a particular set of ethics, morals, and standards of behavior. For example, the Ontario College of Teachers says this about professionalism, quote, Ontario certified teachers understand the imbalance of power they have with students and are careful to manage their responsibilities with respect and integrity. As professionals, teachers are expected to demonstrate good judgment and common sense at all times. Their actions should be as transparent as possible and have the appropriate consent of supervisors and parents and guardians.
Hey, Mac, that's a good point. So I've been following this story for a while. He is trolling the school. He got in trouble last year for being conservative. So he started this boob thing so he can get fired, lawsuit to prove a point. Clown world. Oh my goodness. Hey, Anarchy Television. Good to see you. Shay, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Yep, now they finally figured out how to get rid of them. Oh my goodness. Yep, it's clown world for you. We're gonna go ahead and move on. Y'all probably heard about this one too. The far right are coming for us, but I'm not going anywhere. Trans woman who sparked outrage by being face of Hershey's International Women's Day says she'll never shut up. Yep. So the transgender woman who is the face of Hershey's International Women's Day chocolate bar has shut down her haters after they accused the company of not caring about women. Faye Johnstone, 27, said the backlash she received demonstrates exactly how much the far right is zeroing in on trans people and trans women in particular. The reaction to my inclusion as a trans woman in Hershey's Canada's IWD campaign shows just how far we still have to go in the fight for feminist liberation and trans rights. Crap. Straight from the CIA. She wrote in a tweet on Thursday, they're coming for us. We need our allies now more than ever. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not shutting up. I will always stand up for women and girls, cis and trans. Oh my goodness. The Canadian, who is a co-founder of a small consulting firm, is one of the new faces of the American Chocolatiers Canadian Her for She campaign, which launched on International Women's Day on Wednesday. Johnstone and 4 others adorned 5 different rappers during March. What the heck is this? Let's see what this is.
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the Executive Director of Wisdom to Action. We can create a world where everyone is able to live in public space as their honest and authentic selves. See the woman changing how we see the future at Hershey's Canada.
Honest and authentic self. So you get to be something that you're not. I mean, yeah, this stuff is ridiculous, y'all. I'm just saying. Shay talking about I'm done. This world is a clown world. Absolutely. Let's see. I'm just catching up on the chat real quick. Trans women are not women. Facts, Anarchy. Facts. That gets me upset. Hershey has more arsenic in their chocolate than any other company. Absolutely. Absolutely. One more reason not to eat their fake chocolate. Absolutely. Yep. Right on the ball there. And let's check this out. Let me see. This was just a random story from the trans being on the Hershey bar, I thought about this. The Cheez-It crowns 100% real originals of reality TV. Snooki and RuPaul with exclusive box features. Then they put RuPaul on the box of Cheez-Its. So I'm not going to sit here and read this story. I just want to show that, like, I don't know, just incrementally doing this, just shoving these things all down in our faces. And as I was looking at this Cheez-It box, as I was looking at this particular Cheez-It box, I thought about, what does that thing look like? I'm going to show y'all. That thing reminded me of a blow-up doll. Look at this crap here. This is the first thing I thought of when I saw this Cheez-It box. This Cheez-It box been kind of going around Facebook recently, so I just had to pull it up. This is ridiculous. Two androgynous beings. Facts, Anton. Absolutely. Can we just go back to the 90s? Like, yeah, absolutely, Shay. Hershey shares sell. Yeah, like, doesn't that look like the blow up doll to y'all? It took me a minute to find this particular blow up doll because this was the one I saw in my mind as I was looking at this RuPaul picture. Oh man. Yeah. Had to do this side by side. The 80s then. Travis Joe, what are you talking about? You kind of random in the chat there. All right. And so let's go. Let's see. We are gonna move on to the next story here. Oh, so I know you've all heard of the 80s then. Facts. Remember when RuPaul said the trans are like gods? He wasn't lying. Wow. I actually don't remember him saying that. He said that? That's interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, y'all know the Asbury revival. And now they're kind of turning the narrative into something else. So we understand they were there sharing a false gospel. But now, not only that, they're going to use it for the toxination agenda. Estimated 20,000 people possibly exposed to measles at Kentucky religious event. They don't even want to name the event anymore. Now that it's done what it needed to do, now they're moving on to the very next agenda. The mouse wheel or the hamster wheel just continues to spin. They're just going to move on to something else. All right, so let's see. Around 20,000 people may have been exposed to measles at a large religious event in Kentucky, the Federal Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and said. In a statement in The Guardian, the cat said it was aware of a confirmed case of measles in an intoxicated and contagious individual who attended a large religious gathering in Kentucky on 17 and 18 February. Large numbers of people that attended the gathering from across Kentucky and from other states and countries may have been exposed. An estimated 20,000 people attended the gathering on the days that the patient attended. The Kentucky Department for Public Health is actively working with the cat and clinicians to help identify if there are additional cases. That's crazy. They didn't turn this thing into this. The event was a multi-week religious gathering held by Asbury University in Wilmore, Kentucky. The revival, which began on campus on February 8th, saw between 10,000 and 20,000 people descend on the 6,000 person town. The event was moved off campus around 2 weeks later. On 24 February, Asbury University released a statement saying state officials confirmed a case of measles in a Jessamine County resident. According to the university, the resident was untoxinated and had attended the revival on 18 February. The university urged those not fully toxinated against measles who attended the services on 18 February to quarantine according to cat guidelines. Attendees who are untoxinated are encouraged to quarantine for 21 days and to seek immunization with the... I cannot believe... Can y'all believe they have turned this revival thing into this? Like, isn't that crazy? The Jesus Revolution movie. Good Fight Ministries just did a review of that movie. Yeah, I didn't I tried to watch it. I fell asleep on it. I was watching it like late at night. It was like 1 a.m. I fell asleep on it. I got to try to watch it again. But yeah, Good Fight does good work over there. Absolutely. But yeah, they've actually turned this revival thing into pushing toxinations. Like, I feel like that is the craziest thing to me. That it just turned it into something else. Yep. So the cat dog cat told the Guardian to prevent further spread. Cat dog cat recommends the clinicians continue to be on high alert for measles symptoms among those who may have attended this event, as well as symptoms in unvaccinated international travelers. Measles is highly contagious and can be dangerous, particularly for babies and young children. The virus can stay in the air for up to 2 hours after an infected. Man, they just going balls to the wall with it. Like this, just take it, just run it all the way to town. According to Cat Dog Cat, the disease is so contagious that if one person has it, up to 90% of people close to the individual will become infected if they are not protected. Symptoms include high fever, cough, runny nose, and red, watery eyes. Are you there, Miss Maskless? You back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that, you guys.
Oh, you good? You all right?
Yeah, my dog is really upset that he can't be in here with me, so he's making a scene.
See, that's why
I'm trying to calm him down, but yeah.
Oh, that's why I just can't with dogs. They're too emotional for me, too emotionally dependent. They just need it. They just need you.
He is like he's a needy little weirdo,
Aw.
and he's getting old, and he's getting more needy. So yeah, he's like tripping right now. So I was just trying to get him to calm down. So sorry about that. He was making a lot
You're
of noise.
good. You're good. I'm glad you're all right. All right. So yeah, we're talking about the Asbury revival has been turned into a push for toxinations. And
It's almost like it was like, a controlled thing the whole time.
The whole time.
How weird.
How convenient.
How strange. It's almost like it was not organic at all. Very odd.
Yes, and the pitchforks came out on me on Facebook when I was, just letting people know if this was a legit thing for Jesus Christ, the Criminal News Network, CNN, would not be promoting it. I mean,
amen.
Come on,
Amen.
use your brain, people. Use your brain. Would the Criminal News Network be pushing, Jesus Christ? Like, if it was something legit, like, would it have gone viral as quickly as it did?
No, it's like every major network is covering it. Yeah.
Right. Now, okay, so the normies I can understand. I mean, they don't follow this stuff. They don't know how to recognize patterns. But for people in this community to have fallen for this thing, I'm like, you don't know how to recognize patterns yet. When something quickly goes viral, you have to question it. Period.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Exactly. And we've just been waiting for the other shoe to drop the whole time. It's kind of like it's been like an ongoing thing. And we're like, okay, so where is this leading? And sure enough, I guess we've arrived, right?
We've arrived. And they've allegedly stopped the revival at ground zero where it started, but now it's just spreading across the country. So it's literally like a virus. It's like the virus narrative built within another virus narrative, built within the toxination narrative, all at one. Like, oh my goodness. Along, sprinkled on top, LGBTQWXYZ, sprinkles just going across the top. It's just everything all in one.
Yeah, because what they're going to say now is now that they have, programmed this into the mind of all the normies about this big religious, quote unquote, revival, right? And now that there's supposedly this disease going around, it's going to be, oh, these religious people don't get jabbed, right?
Right.
So,
absolutely.
Christians are bad people.
Absolutely. Knock out all the stones at once. There you go.
Check.
Check it all off.
Going down the list again.
Yep. I wonder if one of their sermons included, caring for the climate or something. Probably did. Yep. So they continue to shill. So 2 doses of the MMR toxone are about 97% effective at preventing measles. 1 dose is about 93% effective, the Cat Dog Cat says. WKYT reported that students attending the Asbury University are required to receive the 2 doses MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella toxone. The case is the third of measles confirmed in Kentucky in the last 3 months, according to the state health and family services authorities. The first case was reported in December 2022, was linked to another measles outbreak in Ohio. The second case, which had no known exposures or connections to the Ohio outbreak, was reported in January. Neither presented a public health threat, the state government said.
Yeah, I mean, not that the pokies actually do anything for them, but I mean, people never died from measles, okay? Like, just like a condition that people get, you know, and tons of people lived through it. Like, it's not like, you know, it's not a fatal disease. So get over it.
Absolutely. Ring a ding ding. So, hang on, I'm reloading my chat here. Okay. All right. So yeah, we are getting down to the wire here. And yeah, I do believe that story I closed out was about the Bixby feature. They're gonna start putting this feature into your phone that mimics your voice that'll be able to answer your phone. That's the article.
Oh, no,
that I
thank
had.
you.
Yeah, kind of wild, right?
No, thank you. I'll opt out.
Right.
Pixie
Simone-
Doodle, you had measles, and you're here to tell us about it. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Wild.
What's going on, Watchmen? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see what we get. What do we got after this? And I might have to refresh this page. These tabs were loaded up before my internet went out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think this one is one from our fellow Miss Maskless here. Saginaw man gets arrested after calling 911 on woman who wouldn't go through with sex acts he paid for.
What else was he supposed to do?
Oh my goodness. Like,
he needed justice.
Like, wow, like I have my receipt. Fellatio was bundled, okay? Oh my goodness. A Saginaw man found himself in jail after calling 911 to report he paid a prostitute for a service she was unwilling to provide.
No refunds.
Wow, he was almost 33. Look at that. How convenient. The 34-year-old man placed the call at 7:52 a.m. on Saturday, February 25th, requesting police to his residence. He brought her to the crib. February 25th, requesting police to his residence in the 2100 block of Brockway Street. According to Saginaw Police, Detective Sergeant Matthew Garrow, the man said he had paid a woman $10 for a sex act, though she reneged on the deal. Dang, it wasn't even the 40 ball, bro.
$10 whole dollars.
Oh man. The man told the police he wanted his money back, Garrow said. The 24-year-old woman was still present when officers arrived. There was no physical altercation between the man and woman, Garrow said. Officers arrested the man on a misdemeanor charge of accosting and solicitation, and the woman on the charge of prostitution. Both were free on bond on prior home invasion felonies.
I mean,
there's a little bit of shenanigans for you. This is the type of stuff that's going on right now as we speak. This was just reported February 27th. This stuff is just... What are these people doing?
I like that she stuck around till the cops showed up. Like, yeah, let's hash this out.
Oh man, I'm like, what was she offering for $10? Like a hug? Like, what was she?
I mean, only $10. I mean, like, I mean, whew. I have no words.
Oh man. Okay. All right. There's shenanigans. So let's Yeah, so this guy from the crappy news network, Damar Hamlin, didn't mean to disrespect anyone with Super Bowl jacket, accused of being blasphemy. I know you've all seen that jacket with that terrible picture on there that was allegedly Christ. All right, so Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin said he, even if this dude is even alive, like this,
Right. Who knows?
Who knows? This whole situation is just
Yep.
questionable at best.
Yep.
Yeah. So Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin said that he didn't mean to hurt or disrespect anyone with the jacket he wore to the Super Bowl after it was criticized for being blasphemy. Hamlin was in attendance for the NFL season finale played between Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Yeah, you were absolutely correct, Miss Maskless. Glendale, Arizona, and was honored before kickoff. They turned it into a whole ritual, along with medical personnel and first responders who helped perform life-saving CPR on him when he suffered a cardiac arrest during the game in January and oversaw his recovery. So they're still putting these people up. These are the heroes.
Yes.
On the
Yep.
pedestal.
Still
Still
3
uplifting
years.
the heroes.
Yep.
Wow.
They'll never stop.
Yep. Let's see. What is this? Hear audio of medical personnel treating no, we don't have to hear all that. So the 24-year-old was seen wearing a jacket depicting Jesus on the back with the word eternal emblazoned upon it. On the front, it bore another image of Jesus in the phrase, without end and without beginning, there is no day and there is no night. Like, where the heck are these sayings coming from?
That's, I mean, without end and without beginning. That's a verse from Hebrews, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. All right. That's so crazy to put that on that jacket, man. That is
Right.
that is terrible. That even drives the point home worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What?
and eternal. I mean, from someone who like allegedly like almost lost their life. I mean, it's just like it's insane.
That's crazy. Wow. So it's like total mockery with him allegedly rising from the dead.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the whole point of this ritual, was just to mock Christ from the beginning. Yep, but the portrayals of Jesus have been criticized, in particular from star NFL running back Adrian Peterson. In a since edited Instagram post, 2012 NFL MVP Peterson reportedly called the jacket blasphemy. You should be thanking God, son. Called him son. Peterson reportedly wrote, "This is blasphemy. We all fall short, but come on, man. I find this disrespectful." Having edited the post, Peterson said he had spoken to Hamlin and they were able to discuss our thoughts as men. Yeah, of course you dialed yourself back because you're controlled.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you controlled too. Wow. I want to be clear. I'm the last person to judge anyone, and that was never my intention. However, I do feel as if the jacket was disrespectful and it was something that I needed to share. I do realize everyone makes mistakes and falls short at times. So again, my intention was never to judge, just to share my opinion. Damar, I have respect and I love you and I wish you nothing but the best, but I just can't rock with that jacket. Wow. Yeah, this was just set up from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and look at Pixie Doodle's comment. I saw another pic of Hamlin. He had the word Satan on his pants.
Wow.
Yep. Anton said number 3.
Yep. And I mean, they're using the name Yeshua there, so there's that.
There's that. Yep. There's that. I feel like there are a lot of people, young and old, looking up to you, and with power and influence comes great responsibility. Spider-Man, I apologize for offending you. I just felt offended in that moment as a man who loves and respects our Lord and Savior, Yeshua.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know it comes along with that. After speaking with Damar, I have an understanding that it didn't come from a place of ill intent. Hamlin addressed the criticism his jacket had received. After talking with my parents, I understand how my coat could have offended some people. It was never my intention to hurt his. Okay, the coat is abstract art to me. It says eternal, which I am eternally thankful to my Savior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. My beliefs in relationship with God is not tied to symbolic images. I will learn from this and
What?
continue to walk in love as I always have.
Literally,
Matthew.
it is because you chose to depict allegedly, Jesus. What are you talking about? So stupid.
Right. Betty said, we know his reward. Uh-huh. Yep. Just watch this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing his role. What a clown.
Yep. Clown world, buddy. And so let's go ahead and wrap this up with a bit extreme here. Passenger gets naked, bites flight attendant, insists they're all going to die.
Whew.
Yep. Let's check out these shenanigans here. You just never know what's gonna happen in this clown world.
Девушка, да, сядьте или оденетесь. Оденьтесь, пожалуйста. Да что? Знаете, что вы нарушаете правила поведения на борту? На борту летят дети. Вообще, имейте уважение хотя бы к детям. Если вы не имеете уважения, я уважаю детей. Ну тогда отдыхайте. Я даже больше, я люблю. Ну я уже знаю, в психушку или в цирку попаду. Ну вообще хочу в пилота. Я сказала, отойдите от меня! Убейте меня здесь, но я буду курить! Убейте! Позови ко мне мальчика.
Видишь, как это знаю?
Да.
Отстань!
Отстань!
Mm-hmm. What's up with that? Not doing all that on the plane. She probably got arrested.
Bath salts for sure.
Oh my goodness.
She probably had to get a jab to travel, so there's that.
Yep. Probably got to register as a sex offender. Hey, we got Gabby L in the place. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Yep, definitely leaving this one up. Fraudsy the Gone Man. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Case Stover. God bless. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, y'all.
It's a planter. Why can't I ever get stuck on a fly like that?
They said it was a true nightmare at 30,000 feet. A Russian woman joined the ever-growing passenger hall of shame after undressing herself on a flight, biting a flight attendant, and telling her fellow flyers they were all going to die. Footage of her epic mile-high meltdown is currently blowing up online. And look what's right here on the right-hand side.
Speaking of blowing up.
Oh, the Z cups. Wow. All right. So the flight mare kicked off after the unruly traveler, named I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, 49, locked herself in the laboratory and began smoking while on an Aeroflot flight from Stavropol to Moscow. East to West News reported the Moscow native, who was suspected of being intoxicated, then bared her chest to her fellow flyers, including children, while telling them they were all doomed. While a flight attendant attempted to pacify her, she reportedly sunk her teeth into him, requiring him to seek medical treatment later after they landed. And they're going to post that picture. Like, oh, there she goes. Accompanying footage shows a traveler. Wow, they called her that. Shows a traveler from hell clutching her naked breast while arguing with crew members in front of the emergency exit. Lady, take a seat and get dressed. That's so sad. People just kind of going nuts. Is that her? Yeah, it was detained.
Supposed to be her. Looks like her 20 years ago.
Yeah, right. What the?
Social media, baby.
Man, they went and found this picture of her and just threw it in there. Oh, there
Them
she go.
filters.
There she go. Oh my goodness.
That's from her MySpace in 2006.
Tom had that picture on deck. Oh man. Shoot. Y'all are crazy. The boys on the flight have a story to tell in school, said Anton. Hey, Gabby said, "Oh no, I'm literally eating a Hershey bar reading this chat. Please tell me they aren't a company of Satans."
Oh, Gabby.
Hey, unspecified V, good to see you. Good to see you. Good looking hunky. Uncool. Hi, baby girl. Peter North here. What? Adult film star retired. Love the show tonight, guys. Thanks, Peter North. Well, I appreciate you for stopping
What on
by.
earth? Who is trolling us? Come on.
Adult film star retired.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
Welcome.
I mean,
Betty said she looked like Martha Stewart.
A little bit.
Oh man, y'all are hilarious. Yep. So okay, here we go. So yeah, that's that. I honestly don't have anything else. We have run through all of these stories. I felt like it was pretty quick. How long have we been? About a little under 2 hours.
Yeah, not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yep. Not bad. Not bad. So yeah, there's that. And I'm just looking through here. Let me scroll through this side chat and bring all of this up. So thanks everybody for hopping in just to listen to the shenanigans and to participate in this craziness. Let me see. Gabby, all my best wishes. Let me see. True what you say, but do laters are funny. Thanks for the last. Well, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. Guys watching this Flat Earth, thank you so much. Gabby said they are both single, Peter.
Hey now. You don't know my life? Come on.
Thanks, Aunt Betty. Appreciate it. Past 1 a.m. over here. Yeah, just past 1 a.m. over here too, Eastern time. Mac said, just got home. I'm glad you got home safe, Mac. Oh my goodness. He is trolling for real. Good looking hunky is trolling. Love it.
No, I mean, keep it cool now.
Right. Watchmen is good to see you, homie. It's good. So it's not necessarily, bother anybody. So, not going to get the band hammer just yet. Supposedly Hamlin had a neck tattoo previously. Let me see. Then the SB, it was not there. It was Pittsburgh.
Interesting.
All right. Yeah. So any last thoughts here? Because I honestly don't have anything else to show. Sometimes these Clown World streams can last about 3 hours, but I really didn't have that much content to kind of, bring up tonight. So how you feel?
Yeah,
about
which
it?
is probably a good thing since we ended up starting late. So we're good. We're good.
We good?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we were able to do this.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, for coming on and streaming with me, Miss Maskless. I really appreciate you every time, even on short notice. You come straight in and deliver. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate
well,
it.
thank you.
Yep.
I
Every
always
time.
appreciate you having me.
Yep. Every time.
Always a good time.
You come through in the clutch every time. So I'm just
I
catching
do
up with
my
the chat. Absolutely.
Do what I can.
I love you too, Aunt Betty. Let me see. Are those Miss Maskless colored headphones? Oh. Like,
short answer, yes. No, I'm kidding.
hey, that was. We talked about this too. Like, I just like this color. Okay, it's not. That's why we call each other twins, because stuff like this just happens, and it's not planned. It just happens.
It's all the time. It's like with everything. We're like always, okay, maybe not always, but often thinking the same thing at the same time, you know, and she lives in my brain rent free. It's kind of rude, but she's always there. And so just a coincidence.
I promise it was just a coincidence. Like, I just like this shade of color. And then I had one that, you know, matches the cord, but I wore them so much they started ripping up. So I found these from Poshmark. I think that's one of the websites, because you know that they don't make these anymore. But I had to find them used because somebody still had a pair and they were excellent. I'm like, yes. So I had to have them.
First time I saw them, I was like, that's the same color. I was trying to make my logo. So of course, yep.
It just happened. So, you know, it's just what it is.
That's her story, anyways. I think she had them custom made, but you know, I won't call her out on it yet.
Oh my goodness! Look at Gabby's comment.
Oh wow! Oh. Wow.
Oh,
no, ridiculous.
Oh man, why isn't this thing taking me to the bottom? Hold on. I'm about to just fully participate in the shenanigans and highlight the comment.
Oh my goodness.
We gonna get you girls nailed. We're gonna get you girls nailed down. Wing woman. Hashtag wing woman. Oh man.
Oh, you're too much, Gabby.
Yeah, Pixie Doodle. I heard about that. The dam broke.
What?
In East Palestine. So releasing even more chemicals.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, most definitely not a laughing matter, but I heard about that.
So sick.
Yeah, I just kind of felt like it really wouldn't fit in with this stream because that's extremely sad, and we were just here to laugh. But yeah, I did see that story, but I didn't share it. 'Cause that's really sad. That's devastating, for real. Yeah. Yeah. So on that note, you know, anything else we gotta say? Because we just gonna be, hey, we got the Oak Enclave. How you doing, sweetheart? How you feeling? You all right? You hanging in there? Good to see you. So it's so nice to see everybody. Tim Truth has been posting some interesting theories. Yeah, I know. I checked out some of his stuff too. He has. He's been on it.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
Yep, it sure is. Doing good. Got my staples out. Oh, absolutely. That is awesome. Yep, that is awesome. So yeah, I'm just kind of stalling now because I kind of just like interacting with the chat, but I don't want to have too much of this at the end of the video for people that's going to come back and watch it. They're not going to, you know, sit here and watch me rambling with the chat. So yes, other than that, once again, thank you all so much for coming to join us for the first episode of Clown World for 2023. Sorry it had to be in March, but I'm totally horrible with my time, and working and homeschooling is just a mess. And then my internet kept going out. First, Miss Maskless internet was out. So,
right.
You know.
Yeah, we were at least going to do a show a couple weeks ago, but it didn't work out because I didn't have internet that night. So it happens. And time just flies. So it's already March. It's hard to believe, but
it's already March. Like that is wild. And Supplanter, thank you for being here to listen to us chat.
Thank you, Supplanter. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, homie. Thank y'all so much. K Stover, thank you for absolutely. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. So Pixie Doodle, Supplanter, Anton, Gabby, it's time to get it in. It's time to tune in with Mac TV. Aunt Betty, guys watching this flat earth, Gary, everybody, good looking honky. You troll.
Yeah, thank you too.
Watchmen, everybody. It's just so nice. Indy, if you still here, good to see you, sweetheart. Man, I just thank everybody. Spiritual Logic, if you still here listening, thank you so much for stopping by. And Specified V, thank you so much. Shay Anderson, it was good to see you, sweetheart. So yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. That means something else, sweetie. Stop saying it's time to get it in. That's not what I'm using it for. I understand people use it for something else. Tomato, tomato. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. But other than that, thank y'all so much for watching. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So
Thank
where the
you.
paranoia is most certainly uncool. Thank you all so much for watching another episode of Clown World, and we'll try to have another episode faster than what we did it this time. Then it'll just be that. Oh, Flatline, you still here? Good night, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here. That's it. Thank you so much. Yep. So all right. So we are out of here. Love y'all. God bless. Thank y'all so much. We out. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and end it.